Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, let's learn how to write a Python program to accept n numbers in a list and find sum and average of numbers in a list. So given a list, so you have to accept the numbers from the user in a list, that is a n from starting from 0 to n, and find the sum of all the, that is a n numbers of list, and try to find the average of numbers in a list. So average is nothing but just calculate the sum and divide it by the n, that is a n number, that is a length of list. So yeah, so let's try to solve this using a Python program. So let me take a variable that is n. So this is the size of list. So let me ask a user to enter the size of list using the input function call. So here I'll use input function and ask a user to enter list size. Yeah, so once the user enters the size, so it will be of string format, so we need to convert that to int. So let me use type conversion here to convert string to int. And now let's try to accept the n numbers from the user. So for that, let me take an empty list, that is my list equals to an empty list. So now I have to fill this list. So let's use for underscore in range of, that is a n. So up to 0 to n I have to traverse. So for that I'll use range, and I don't need the index, so I'll just use underscore to ignore the index or the offset. So yeah, so once that is done, so let me take a temp variable and store the, that is a list item into this temp. So for that, let me ask a user to enter the list item here, and this is a number type, so let's convert this to an integer. Let's use int, that is a type conversion. And once that is done, I have to append this temp item into my list. So for that, I'll use just an append, that is my list dot append, and I will give the temp as argument. So this will actually append the item, that is a temp item, to the my list. So this is how you accept the size of list, and also the traverse from 0 to n, and try to ask a user to enter the list and try to append it. So you have created the list now. So now what you have to do is accept the n numbers that we have already done and find the sum. So let's try to find the sum. So let's take a variable sum equals to 0, and now I have to traverse all the items present in the list. So let's use for loop for item in my underscore list. So I am traversing the all the items present in the list, and then try to add it to sum plus equals to item. So this will actually calculate the sum of n items present in my list. So now I have to take another variable, that is average. So average equals to sum divided by, that is a number of items in a list, so that is n. So this will give me the average of the list, and finally I have to print it. So once I get the sum and average, so let's try to print it. So let's use string formatting here. Sum of all the items in list is, let's give braces, and here let's give sum, and averages, let's give flower braces, and type the average variable here. Yeah, so this is the complete program to ask the user to enter n numbers of a list, and then finally find the sum and average, and then finally print it. So yeah, so let's try to run this program and let me show you how it works. So running the main program, so enter the size of list. So I have let's give something like 4 items I have. Let's give 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see sum of all the items in a list is 10 and the average is 2.5. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. Yeah, so let me run it again. So enter the list size. I have 5 items. So let's give something like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So you can see sum of all the items in the list is 150 and average is 30.0. Yeah, so this completes the execution and program. So I'll give the code in the description. Hope you like this video. That's it in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.